Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we have the second part in our Galactic Era video. Now this is a prototype, so everything you see here is not in its final state. If you do want to see more about Galactic Era, it has funded on Kickstarter already, so be sure to click on the link in the description below, and that will take you to their Kickstarter page. There's another link down there for their pledge manager, which is open now and accepting late pledges, so you can click on that as well. And this is a game of, it's a space 4X game basically. You're going around, and in the solo version you're fighting against the slavers, and because they're all perpetually at war, not necessarily with you, but they will be by the end of the game usually. And then there's the galactic or genetic farmers that are mostly peaceful and basically are only going to fight you if you pick a fight with them. So we're going to get down to the game topper in just a minute. Now before we do, I want to mention our sponsor, Board Game Co. This is a fantastic website where you can buy, sell, and trade games. They have a great selection of games for you to choose from. If you're just looking to build out your collection, if you're looking to maybe trim down your collection, they will buy games from you. They've got a great system over there to make that easy for you to do as well. And then they do have a trade system. Now with a trade system, if you have a Board Game Geek account already, you've set up a trade list over there, games you want in trade, games you have for trade, they can then take that list, compare it to their stock, and build out a trade list right there on their website for you. Makes it very easy to trade games with them. Now, if you don't have a Board Game Geek account, you can still trade with Board Game Co. Just a little bit more work on your part to figure out exactly what that trade's going to be. If you do head over to Board Game Co., be sure to click on the link in the description below so they know I sent you over there. Board Game Co. makes it easy to buy, sell, and trade your way into a better collection. All right, let's get down to the game topper, and we're going to play Galactic Era. All right, so I have rearranged things a bit from how I had it in the setup just to try to fit more stuff on the screen. I think this is going to give you a better overall view of everything without me moving the camera around constantly, without stuff being off of the screen. This is of course sideways now, which is a little bit obnoxious. So is the Slavers offboard power board, but I think it's still better in general. Main thing is the technology tracks for the genetic farmers. Can't really see that, but just keep in mind right now all they have, the only thing above level 1 is spirituality, which is at level 2. So a couple things that I actually incorrectly explained during the setup. This track right here it's not each of these will be for one round. So this isn't for the first round and this one for the second round. It's actually for the first era. These two scoring abilities will be in effect. Then for the next 4 eras, then for the next era, the second era, all 4 of these will be in effect. And for the third era, these 2 will be in effect. So then the other thing is the galactic goal, which is control. It's not every star in the center sector. It is the center star in each sector. So if I control this star here and I take Lyra, then at the end of the game, I'll get 10 points for each of those. So during the first era, each round I'll get 1 point for being service to others, which I currently am. And then the other one is 1 point for every player that I'm in contact with at the end of a round. Being in contact just means that either my ships are next or in the same space as them, whether it's their ships or one of their stars, or their ships are in contact with one of my stars, whether or not my ships are there. All right, so the very first thing we do is I can create or swap fleets. And obviously there's no swapping of fleets going on right now because no fleets exist yet. I think I'm going to not do that right now. I'm not going to create any fleets. I'm just going to keep my ships, individual ships right here. And so when we move, I'm going to, I'll move one ship to Harris, and the other one I have three movement for my propulsion right here. So 1, 2, 3, and now when I end my movement, when I'm on a star, I then can look at this. Now, normally in a regular game, you would look at it, you'd put it back down if I would play multiplayer because this is your knowledge. You don't share it with other players. But in a single player game, just so I'm not having to constantly remember everything that I saw, I leave it face up. So this is a primitive planet. As a service to others species, I cannot, or with being aligned this way, being aligned service to others, I cannot actually take over this planet. I can defend it from being taken over, but I can't actually do anything with it myself. I'd have to become service to self and then, subjugate that planet. Now, this planet up here is also primitive. Okay, so the good news is there's only 2 primitive planets or star systems in my sector. So I found them. So now the rest of these will either be uninhabited or advanced, both of which I can actually do something with. So at this point, if I were at war with somebody and I ended my turn in their space, then at that point I would now have combat, but that's obviously not happening. There's obviously nobody else on the board. And also because the AIs don't start with anybody on the board, they skip their first movement turn. So now I need to go into the growth phase, and I've got to choose 2 of these. So we've got research technology, we've got build ships, switch alignment, take a planet or gain a planet. I have 2 of those that I could possibly do, and then grow population. Now, this planet already, Sirius, is already maxed out in population, so no reason to do that. Like I said, I cannot gain primitive planets when I'm service to others. I don't want to switch my alignment, so really a pretty easy choice. We're going to build ships and research. So then what do we want to research? Well, I think since we're building ships, well, now do I want to... I'm thinking either genetics or robotics. Since I'm building ships, robotics will give me 1 additional ship when I build. But then genetics, as I push up through genetics, I gain additional population every time I grow my population. And in fact, I get bonus population in addition to the natural population that I build. And bonus population can be used to overstock planets, go beyond their normal population limit. I think, though, I think I'll go with genetics. Let's go with genetics. So let's see, the genetic farmers roll a 2. The slavers rolled a 6. So during the growth phase, the first thing you do after you select is if anybody selected switch alignment, you do that. Then if anybody selected change turn order, we do that, and then we do all the other growth actions. Well, the slavers and the farmers don't switch alignment, so I don't have to worry about that. Neither of them are changing the turn order either. So since I'm first in turn order, we'll resolve my stuff first. Let's resolve our research. So we go up to genetics level 3, and then we'll build ships, and because of our population here, we'll build 3 ships. I'm going to go here. Ships can always be placed at any planet that has 4 or more population. Right now, obviously, my only planet is Sirius. All right, then the genetic farmers are the second to go, so they are going to research spirituality, so that puts them at level 3 spirituality. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They have nobody on the board. I should have even rolled for them. Whenever they have nobody on the board, they automatically go to number 6 here. So they actually are changing the turn order. So they change the turn order up, which means they become the first player, and I'm the second player. So then technically they would have gone before me, and they would have spawned a ship at 1 wormhole. Took those off when I was rearranging. Okay, so we randomized. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They rolled a 3. So got a ship coming in up here. All right, and so then after them, I would have then gone, and now it's the slavers, and they will gain a neutral star, and if they can't do that, they'll gain one of mine, and if they can't do that, because obviously they have no ships, they instead remove one disc from their population track, and that'll be placed here on their offboard power. Now, so far that doesn't do anything, but the next one will have an effect. And now they'll research a randomly selected technology, which is going to be number 3, so propulsion. All right, and then at the end of the round, or I should say after the growth phase, the next phase is trade, but I'm not in contact with anybody to trade, so we can't do that. So we move on to score. I will get 1 point for being service to others. And obviously I'm not in contact with anybody, so I don't get anything there. And that's the end of the round. All right, so moving back into the move and combat phase, we've got the genetic farmers who are going first right now. They rolled a 6, so they have no movement. So they'll stay right where they are. Next up is me. I think I will create a fleet. We'll do a fleet. I'll take 3 ships. All right, so there's my 3 ships, and we'll be using a fleet. So each of those ships will have 2 attack power, 2 combat power, and then we're going to move 1, 2, 3. This one will go here, and we'll move this one 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's see. We've got uninhabited planet here, uninhabited, and advanced. So uninhabited planets, I can gain them, and I will put 1 population in each of those. Advanced planets actually ally with me, and I'll have 3 population there if I gain that one. And remember, my goal here is to have 3 stars with 5 or more population. And then we have to see... Oh, that's right. So the slavers have nobody on the board, so they obviously can't move. All right, so let me go and pick what I'm going to do for my growth phase. I think to just try to really get a good head start on this and really move towards it, I am going to... Well, no, you know what? Let's try to leave those uninhabited planets alone, and let's get this... Yeah, we're going to get this advanced planet. So we'll gain that. And then I think we should go ahead and research again. And once again, I'm going to research genetics. All right, and then for the farmers, they rolled a 6. And for the slavers, they rolled a 1. All right, so the farmers go first. Spawn a ship at 1 wormhole. Let's randomize that. So it's this one up here again. The slavers are going to research military. So now each of their ships is worth 2 combat, and they're going to spawn ships at each wormhole. So they're actually going to get 2 ships at each wormhole. And actually, hold on. Turnover matters. The slavers go third. Okay, so it was farmers first, and then me. All right, so I gain a star, so we're going to gain Targa here, or Larga here, or Earga maybe, and that's going to get me 3 population. All right, and so now because I've moved up to the next level of population, every time I build ships, I'll be building a base level of ships of 4 ships, and then whatever else I have going on. And then we have to research, so again, genetics. So now it would be when the slavers went. And now because the slavers are perpetually at war with the genetic farmers, a battle happens up there. So the genetic farmers always retreat from battle when possible, but to retreat from battle, you have to have a higher spirituality or a higher propulsion than the player attacking you. The spirituality is tied right now. Both have level 2, and the slavers have superior propulsion, so the farmers are going to be forced to fight here. So when you're doing combat, do any defending players retreat? No. Reveal all fleets hidden. I'll reveal all fleets and hidden ship counters. Okay, well that's not really applicable here in or the fleets thing could be during solo play, but the hidden ship counters definitely isn't. Add up the total value of each side. Well, we got 2 slavers, each with 2 combat values, so that's going to be 4. We have 2 genetic farmers, each with 1 combat value, so that's going to be 2. So the slavers are clearly the winners. The side with the higher total wins. Winner determines losses of the loser. The slavers always destroy all ships. You might ask yourself, well, why wouldn't you destroy all ships if you can just do that by winning? Well, the reason is if you don't win by a 3-to-1 margin, which the slavers did not, they won by a 2-to-1 margin. If you don't win by a 3-to-1 margin, then you're going to lose some ships too. You see here, if won by 3-to-1 margin ratio in combat value totals, the winner, if won by less, the winner loses half, rounded up, of what the loser lost. Loser lost 2 ships, so the winner loses 1 ship here. All right, so now we move into the trade phase. Nothing going on there. And move to the scoring phase, and I gain 1 again for being service to others. Not in contact with anybody, so nothing there. And move into the next round. All right, so movement. Farmers don't have anybody on the board, so my turn to go. I'm going to just move this guy down here because this is an asteroid belt here, and that's going to help me build more ships, which I'm thinking I'm going to need since we've got the slavers around here doing their thing. I'm going to go, so this right here I can't go into unless I have propulsion level 5, I believe. Yeah, level 5. When I have level 5 propulsion, I can go into neutron stars, but obviously I don't. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and stop right there. And then this one will go 1, 2, 3. And then the slavers. Roll the 3. All ships move as close as possible to the center hex of its sector. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So for sure, I'm going to be doing build ships, and we'll actually research robotics as well. Or, you know what, I might want to be reactionary to how these guys move. So instead of research, we'll go ahead and gain population, and we'll actually also move our turn order down. Okay. All right. So farmers don't have anybody on the board, so they're going to be a 6. And then the slavers are a 4. So farmers first. They come on at a random wormhole. So they keep coming out here in the center sector. All right, and then I'm 2, so population will get, let's see. So this has 3 population already. So that's its max. The way you can tell is it's 1, 2, 3 hexes away from the next populated planet and the next non-neutral planet. So it has a 3 maximum for its population. So now I have to rely on genetics. It gives me 3 max, or it gives me 3 additional population, bonus population. But when you're doing it from genetics, you can only place 1 per planet. So ultimately I'm only getting 2 extra population, but it just seemed like the best way to go right now. And then build ships. We're going to build 4 ships based on population plus this asteroid, so that's 5 ships. We're going to place 1 here. Or let's see, if we put all 5 here, then we would have a 3-to-1 advantage if they decide to attack us. All right, and so they rolled a 4, so they are going to research robotics and spawn ships at the center sector wormhole. They're coming after the genetic farmers again. So they get 2 for population plus 1 for robotics, so 3. Oh, I forgot to change my turn order again. I always forget to do that in the right. That should happen before we resolve the rest of these growth actions. So I would have been down here like this. So again, the slavers would have gone before me, and then I would have done the stuff that I did. Doesn't really change anything, but it could. So it's important to do it in the right order. All right, so now once again, they are attacking the genetic farmers, and these guys get killed off, and none of the slavers die this time. So trade. I am not at war with the slavers, so I can trade with them. Basically, I choose to trade your trading technology. So I choose one technology they have more of than me, and I can take that. And then they will randomly pick a technology that I have more of than them, but obviously in my case, it's just genetics. So I'm going to take, I think, robotics, and then obviously they take genetics. And then scoring. So during the era of darkness, every player, let's see, with service to self alignment scores 1 destiny point. Every player at war with at least one other player scores 1 destiny point. Players score 2 destiny points for every star outside of their home star sector that they take from another player. And players score 2 destiny points for every battle they win outside of their home star sector. Battles where all opposing ships retreated before combat are not counted. Okay, so none of that applies to me right now. So no scoring this go round, and so we move on to the next round. So the farmers are the first players still, so let's see if they're going to move. Or they don't have any, never mind. They have nothing on the board, so they can't move. And then it's the slavers. They rolled a 1, which means if at peace with me, they first declare war, and then all ships move to the nearest one of my stars. So we're at war now. And that means these guys will move here. So right now, they have 8 combat. Oh, wait, I got to move everybody else. They have 4 propulsion, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And one, 2, 3, 4. So now they've declared war on me. They're in a space with my ships here and here. So let's see what we've got going on here. They have 8 combat here. I have 1, 2, how many ships? I think I have 6. Yeah, I have 6 ships here. All right. So they're going to beat me. They wipe out all my ships. So that's 6 ships they killed. It was, they had 8 combat value. I had 6. So not 3-to-1, which means I wipe out 3 of their ships and they have 1 left. So now my turn to move. I'm definitely going to move here, 1. And then no way to get that guy there. Oh, wait, let's think about this. If I, where was he? Right there. If I move there, then I would, that's 1 combat value. He has 2. He'd beat me. Oh, wait, I got to resolve this first. Hold on. Got to resolve this. So 3, So I have 3 combat value. They have 1. They are the attackers, though, so they can't retreat. So I beat them. And I will destroy that ship, but then that means they'll destroy one of mine. Leave me with 2. Oh, wait, because I had 3 ships there, but that's actually 6 because that's Fleet A. Never mind, that was a 3-to-1, more than a 3-to-1 ratio. So I'm good. I didn't lose any ships. All right, so now if I move there, I'll lose, but I'll take that other ship with me. So I think that's worth it, just to clear that out of my sector. So I move there. Technically, he would actually try to see if he could retreat. They retreat on a roll of 1 through 3. They did not get it. They rolled a 5. So I do. He kills me, but then I take him with me. All right, so now let's see. I'm definitely going to build ships. Oh, hold on. I forgot. During my movement, I would have moved this guy too. I was just so focused on what was happening down here. We'll move here. And it is a advanced civilization. So we're going to build ships, and we will gain a planet. And now I think, you know what? I think now that he has actually declared war on me, I'm going to move back up the turn order. All right, so turn order happens first. Oh, and we're going to roll what they're doing. Oh, and except, of course, the farmer doesn't roll because he has nobody on the board. All right, so farmer goes first, and they'll be spawning over here. And then then I'm next, and we'll go ahead and gain this planet, which we also get this bonus, genetics, okay? All the center sector tiles, all the center sector star systems have bonuses on them for whoever takes them first. Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention it. When I entered this next era, the second era, I could have traded this out, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be able to fulfill this card, so I'm going to keep going for it. All right, and then we got to build ships, and we're at 5, 6, 7. I'll put 5 ships here and 2 here. This one doesn't have enough population for me to put ships there. Otherwise, I would have put some there. And then the slavers go. They're going to research robotics. And then spawn ships at the center sector wormhole. So looks like they're doing 5 ships. All right, so now trading. Nobody for me to trade with. And during the trade phase, during the trade phase, I can attempt to make peace with the slavers. So we're going to roll. I need a 1 or a 2. I rolled a 4. All right, so they're still fighting me. So again, for the scoring, I did win this. Oh, wait, was that just on my side? No, it's right here. I did win this battle outside of my star sector, so I get 2 points for that. Pretty sure that's the only one. Every player at war. No, I'm at war, so I get 1 for that. Next round. All right, movement. Let's see if the farmers are going to go anywhere. Each ship moves to the nearest one of my stars. So they will go here. And that's not really going to be an issue because as long as I don't declare war on the farmers, then we'll never go to war. And they could potentially, we could do a little bit of trading maybe. I'm going to keep those ships there. I'm going to create a fleet of 4 ships. And it's going to be fleet D, so they get +1 range on their movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then the slavers move. All right, well, if we had gotten back to peace with them, they would declare war again, so it wouldn't matter. And then all ships move as close as possible to one of my stars. Uh-oh. These guys are coming here. I can't retreat, so we're just going to have to accept what's about to happen there. Yep, so I have... Oh, well, actually, I have 3, and that's going to be 6... So that's 6 combat because this is Fleet A. And they have 6 combat. So it's a tie. I think ties go to the defender. Oh, no. If tie, then the side with a higher military tech wins. So they win. Wipe out this fleet. But they... killed 3 of my ships, so they lose 2 of theirs because it's half rounded up. But that leaves Sagittarius B very vulnerable if they decide to take it. And since there's a hostile ship in Sagittarius B, I can't do any growth actions there. It's blocked. So let's see where we're at. Oh, you know what? These ships would have moved as well. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. They would go there. All right, so now we go to the growth phase. Definitely building ships. And definitely going to take this planet. Might as well move up in the turn order. All right, so the genetic farmer... Oh, no. So, I'm sorry. I did this, so I'm actually going to become first. So... I will gain this planet right here and then build ships. I'll be building 7 ships again. 5 here. Actually, let's do a 6th one there and 1 there. The farmers rolled a 6, so they're just going to spawn 1 ship at a random wormhole. The slavers are going to research military, which is real bad, and spawn ships at all 3 wormholes. So right now we're looking at 5 ships per wormhole. So the first 5 will go back here. The next 5 go there. And the reason why it mattered is because now they're going to actually create a fleet because they're out of ship tokens right here. So this is a fleet of 5, but this time with fleet power. Okay, not necessarily a good thing. So I'm going to trade with the farmers. Oh, no, hold on. Actually, we got to deal with that. They attack this guy and just demolish him, so he's gone. All right, so now I'm going to trade with the farmers. I'll gain 1 spirituality, and then they will gain 1 robotics from me. Okay, yeah, I'm going to attempt to make peace with the slavers. Rolled a 6, so nothing going there. Let's see. Oh, you know, I forgot to get a point last time for being at war to the slavers during the score phase, and I'm getting it now as well. And moving on to the next round. I'm going to turn these guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into Fleet A. By the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but normally, like if you're playing against other people, these fleet tokens would be face down, so you couldn't see what they were. The D is the only one that's always face up. It's double-sided, but A, B, C, E, those are all face down because the powers of those fleets are hidden until combat actually happens. So, and these guys will turn into Fleet C. The farmers have to move. So they're going to move towards the center hex. They have 3 movement. So 1, 2, 3. They roll a 4. Oh, you know what? At the beginning of my turn, because I can do it at any point during my turn, I'm going to try to make peace with the slavers. Nope, no good. All right, so they're going to move to any star that's not their own that's within range. So these guys can make it here or here. Oh, actually, they have quite a few stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, any of those, all right? All right, they're going up here to Epsilon Eridani. Okay. These guys can go here, here, or here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, coming down to see me. Those guys, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they go there. And those guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go there. And those guys up there, 1, 2, 3. Yep. So So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now we got to resolve this combat here. So I'm not able to retreat, so we just have to deal with the attack. Let's see what he's got. That's the A team. So that's +1. So they have 4. That's 20 combat value there. Whew. All right, and so that wipes me off 20 to my 4. All right, so now I'm definitely going to do population, gain population, or grow population, and build some ships. And so technically I can put that there, or it doesn't do anything. Technically I think you're supposed to pick something, but it's not going to do anything for me. All right, so I will gain population. So every star that can gains population first. So here, these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the max population for Sagittarius B right now. The mantids have an ability that lets me get 2 population. Normally you just get 1 when you grow, but the mantids give me 2. That puts that star at 5 population. And then I get 4 bonus population because this one's maxed out. This one's maxed out. I think this one is 2. Yes, it is. But regardless, this one's blocked, so it couldn't grow anyway. But I will get 3 more. One for this one, that one, and that one. Now, before we go any farther, this means that I have completed density. So I get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destiny points. And I get a new domination card. Economic, build 10 ships in 1 growth action. Play this card when this happens. Ships through... Oh, no, sorry. I can't do this. That's the A section. I just did the A section for the other cards. So actually the only thing I can do is the bottom section here. 1 destiny point for every ship or for every asteroid that has one of my ships on it, or 1 destiny point per level of robotics. So now we're going to build ships. 6, 7, 8. Let's see. So this is 7 ships there. That's 14. Remember, this is 20 here. So I'm going to put 4 of my 8 ships are going to go here. So that'll make this 11 ships here. And then my other 4 ships are going up here. So then the farmers are researching genetics, and the slavers are going to gain a neutral star. So it's either this one or this one. We'll say 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6. So they are taking this one. All right, so they have conquered an advanced planet. And they have gained 3 ships. That's great. That out there, they can't really create a... They can't create a fleet, but I'll just put that token out there to remember that there's 3 more ships there. You can only create a fleet during that phase. So they have 1 population. They conquered that planet. Since they conquered it instead of allied with it, they only get 1 population there. Because basically they wipe everybody out. All right, and so now trade phase, but the farmers have nothing for me to trade for, so we're not going to do that. And scoring, I am at war, so I get 1 destiny point. And on to the next phase, the next round, excuse me. This fleet is going to become the E fleet, which gives them, they basically are able to evacuate a lot quicker. In other words, they can retreat even when they normally couldn't. And I don't think I'm going to, well, you know what? I am going to move, because if I move, I can come wipe this out, and I'll take some losses, but I can wipe them off the board. So I have 11 ships, right? 11 ships? 11 ships here, 22 combat value. They have 5 ships at 20 combat value. Oh, except I don't have enough propulsion to get there. That sucks. Oh, no. So I'm not going after him. Never mind. Yeah, no. Even if this was the D fleet, then I wouldn't have the +1 for being the A fleet, and so they'd kick my tail again. So yeah, we're just gonna stay where we're at. Actually, though, you know what I am gonna do? Let's play a little wild out here. E fleet's gonna go 1, 2 right here. And well, you know what? Actually, hold on. E fleet. Well, first we have spirituality level 2, so we can remote view and see what this is. Okay, so nope, not worth going after, because I don't have any way of taking that planet. But well, I can't remote view over there now. But you know what? Let's just go 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go over here. All right, so now we can look at it. Oh, it's another one. All right, well, it's worth a shot. Okay, so that's the end of my movement. The farmers are going to stay right where they're at, and the slavers, all ships move to any star within range other than their own. All right, so these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. They would go 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. All right, this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I say? I said 1, 2, 3. Go right there. And this mass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're moving up here. That's good. Move away from him. I am good with that. And you know what? Just to make it easier to deal with, let's take these guys. Oh, can't forget about this guy down here. 1. He can't actually make it to that one. So the only place he can make it is my home star. Oh, man, here we go. Oh, well, actually, no. That's all right. That's all right. That's what I wanted, right? Okay. So let's resolve the two combats we've got. First, let's do this one over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3 is 15. Here I've got three ships. 3 ships. Counterattack. So 3 times 3 is 9. So 15 against my 9. They obviously beat me. I kill 3 ships. I kill 2 of theirs. All right. Then right here, I have 22 or 22. They have 20. I'm going to wipe all their ships off. I kill 5 of their ships. So I lose 3 of mine. So now, moving on into the growth phase. We're definitely going to build ships again. And I think we're going to grow population. So I'll grow population first. Planets max out. They're all maxed out. But I get my bonus. 4, but this one's blocked, so 3 bonus. Then build ships at... I'll be getting 9 ships. And I'm going to put all of them with the counterattack ability. Okay. The farmers are just throwing another ship out there. All right, these guys are in the sector next to the wormhole, so that farmer's fine. And then the slavers are going to try to take one of my stars, so this one, but they can't. They don't have enough ships there to do it. My population is 5. You got to have at least... I believe +1 population. Yep, target population +1. So since they can't take mine, they're instead going to take 2 neutral stars. So here, they'll take this and... Whoa, what does that mean? The planetary death ray. During their movement, remove 1 ship or population disk within a distance of 3 hexes from that planet. Wow. All right, and they're also taking this one. Again, uninhabited. And they get +1 propulsion. All right, and no trading this time. And I get 1 point for being service to others. Final round. So, movement. What am I going to do, if anything? Well, I might as well send my E-fleet. 1, 2, 3 up here. Uninhabited. Oh, you know what? I could... So technically I would have had to split the fleet up before moving the E-fleet, but let's see. This is 9 is what that has. So if I send in 5 ships, let's split this up. The A fleet is now 5. And then we'll just leave 3 ships here. All right, 1, 2, 3. So I'm attacking with 10. They have 9. I'm going to wipe their guys out. And then I lose 2 ships, so I have 3 left. All right, so the farmers... move to any star within range. If there is no star within range, then it moves as close as possible to the nearest one. So any star within range is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slavers move to any star other than their own. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. right there. And this guy's up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually it would be, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we roll 2. I am 100% going to retreat from this. Because I have the, because that's Fleet E, they can retreat before combat. Normally you have to have either propulsion or spirituality higher, like I said, but that Fleet E ability lets me retreat before combat. Going to grow population and research robotics. All right, so let's grow the population. All these are maxed out, but I get 4 bonus population. So, and research robotics. And then I'll turn this in. Robotics is currently level 3. By the way, these cards, there's spaces right here next to the board to turn them in. So you can remember exactly what you did there. But I'm just put them off to the side because of space issues. I get 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then the farmers, research genetics, and these guys research military, and then they spawn at every wormhole. But I'm not going to bother doing that because that will be the last thing essentially that happens. The other thing would be trading. Nobody to trade with. And then I need to get a score for this. So I get 1 more point there. And then we got to do in-game scoring. So first for in-game scoring, we'll look at my population track. I get 31. So that puts me at 51. Then I have control of this planet right here, but not that one, or this star, I should say. So that's an additional 10. 61. And then for this right here, for each sector that I have more ships in than anybody else, I get 4 points, which would be this sector. 1, 2, 3, 4. So final score, we're looking at 65. So not even into the second range here. And especially when you consider I used a galactic goal, which knocks you down even worse. So not a great score, but that should give you a pretty good idea of how the game works. Hopefully I didn't make too many rules mistakes here. It is a little bit of a crunchy rule book, lots going on, but I think this probably gave you a pretty good idea. So let's go back up top. So there you go. That was Galactic Era. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscriptions always help a lot. Check out Galactic Era over on Kickstarter and their pledge manager if that interests you. And also be sure to check out our new channel, Video Game Relapse, where we're playing through recent new releases for the next generation of consoles and also running through a lot of the previous generation because I skipped that whole generation. I've been out of video games for 7 years, just getting back into it. So check out Video Game Relapse as well. And until next time, if you're bored online, bored offline.